Lindsay Pittminn, welcome to Meet Me in the Penthouse.
Hi.
It's so fun to actually have you here. We hear your
you.
voice all the time on the membership exclusive, which is the reason we are here is Heard at One. You have been podcasting for them. You just crossed that inaugural first year, and now you're rolling into
Gearing
year
up for
two.
season 2. Yes.
Yay.
I'm so excited to share the story about how we first connected and how we were able to bring you guys into the Heard at One network of a family. I feel like it truly is a family here.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
And it's such a great story. And you are such a lovely soul. And I do, just because this is how I found you on social media, because it was a bit of a struggle, to be quite honest. 2 I's, 2 T's,
2 N's. Lindsay
in your
Pittminn
last
with
name.
all the doubles. Yep.
And the best thing about having her here today is that you hear her voice on her podcast, but you
true.
get to see this gorgeous
you get to see her
First
today.
video
woman.
podcast. I
Yes.
do video, like social media content, but I never have actually sat in the studio
And you were a bit
done a video podcast.
terrified.
I was a little nervous. I'm not going to lie, but this is going to be fun. I'm excited.
Yes, so glad you're here.
Lindsay,
Hi.
I love that if you could see us right now, do you want to describe what we're all wearing?
So we all have a matching outfit. First of all, I'm honored to be here with you ladies, you beautiful women. But yeah, we all have this. What color would you call this? Like a seafoam green.
Yeah, 100%.
Seafoam.
It's sort of like it's a matchy color on color monochromatic moment.
Yes.
So we got the top and the pant.
Celebrating our year anniversary of friendship.
Yes.
It started with this outfit.
The outfit that brought us together. I love it.
And as we were walking in today, I mean, the looks we got from people that said,
Did this happen intentionally? Did you plan this?
Like, honestly, I think people just thought it happened by accident.
Yeah.
We've got
Can you
several
imagine walking in, all three of us?
I know.
in the
It's
same outfit.
what's trending on social media, I believe. And
Yes.
so, or at your local Target store.
Uh-huh.
And it's where it all started. So
It is.
let's,
I'm so
let's-
excited to tell this story.
I know.
I know.
The story
It is the best
I feel like the story's been brewing for a year.
Yes,
And
it
we're
has.
finally here to tell the tale.
Yes.
So
Spill the
exciting.
tea.
Spill the tea. Let's do it.
All right. So let's start with you because
Yeah.
you're the one that found the outfit. And where were you? And
That's true. So all of this began about a year ago, back in 2025. I was in Ashland, and I was doing a photo shoot, actually. I was doing some headshots just to kind of update my business photos, either for LinkedIn or actually for this. So I have my own podcast here at Heard At called The Membership Exclusive.
Yes, I know,
Which is so
which is
fun.
amazing.
We talk about all things Costco content, and it is such a good
Hilarious.
time.
It's
My
so
co-host
fun.
Josh and I
is the
have the
best.
best time. But I was trying to update kind of my headshots for the Heard at One, the website, and I wanted to get a really cute outfit to wear for these photos. So I bought this outfit. I was kind of feeling myself in the moment, walked in confidently, had just gotten done with the photo shoot. I walked into a coffee shop where I actually think that I ran into you first.
And talk about feeling confident. I felt the energy because
know.
I was like, holy buckets. Who is this beauty, this
Oh,
bombshell
thank
in
you.
this fabulous outfit?
Thank you. Well, it's amazing what an outfit can do for your confidence. But
Absolutely.
I walked in and I'm sitting down and I'm ordering my coffee and I was there with my daughter and you complimented me on my
Yes.
outfit. And you're like, I really like your outfit. Where'd you get it from? So I acknowledged that, appreciated it. And then I walked away and then I think you had left. And then Molly, you also acknowledged my outfit separately in a completely different moment. And you also said that you liked my outfit. And I was like, that's so funny. Someone else was just in here and just complimented on
just
my
like
outfit.
you. No.
And you're like, I think that was my sister.
Yes.
Yes. You guys must have very similar taste.
We do.
well, we
do.
when she dresses me, but yeah, we do.
Okay.
I mean, we definitely have an eye and also just like, that's just who we are. We love, if you love it, like
right.
we all are, all of us are that way
Yeah.
of like, I love your shoes.
Yeah.
And
Well, again, making women feel seen, right? We love that is so
Absolutely.
important to us.
Yes.
And so when you see something fabulous about a woman or feel her energy, let her know. Say
Yes.
something.
I couldn't agree more. And I think that sometimes there's a lie that we believe as women that if we compliment someone else, that it detracts from our
Right,
energy.
makes you less.
But in reality, it takes such a confident and strong and rooted person in your identity to be able to compliment and appreciate someone else's beauty or their accomplishments. And so I myself go out of my way to try and compliment others. When I notice it, I speak it. I tell them, because you have no idea the effects that your words have on other women.
Amen.
And just one compliment. I mean, that day I got 2 compliments from 2 beautiful women. I felt like $1 million that day. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And now this is like my power outfit.
And it is.
love it.
And you know what else I love is when we're with our girls, since we all have daughters, it's so great. And something that I love, these words of wisdom, is more is caught than taught.
Yes.
And seeing your daughter, and therefore, I mean, the engagement going on, and Amy, ironically enough, was there for a photo shoot.
Yes.
In this
Because
small
you were
town.
also wearing a fabulous outfit.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes. And I was in workout gear and no makeup. As typical. This would be typical me. I had come in from a long run or tennis or who knows what, meeting a friend there. Amy was there on a photo shoot with her photographer, and the town is 3,000 people at this bakery, Farinier,
Which,
that we
by
love.
the way, yes, we've got to give.
I
must
know.
give Farinier a
Shout out to Farinier.
Bakery. Yes.
Like,
You've not
Amazing.
been there.
And I had never, fun fact, I'd never been to Ashland before that day.
That was your first
And
time
you
there.
was Omaha
first day.
girl.
I'm an Omaha girl, and I don't know how. Everyone had been telling me what an amazing town it is, and I showed up for this photo shoot in this beautiful space, and then I ended up walking around with my daughter. We went shopping, and we got a little lunch, a little coffee, and we had the best time. So I'm a huge Ashland fan now.
Oh, it's so fabulous. And I think we sat there. Oh, go ahead, Amy.
I was going to say, and now you've met your lifelong.
Yeah.
I know.
Your lifelong besties.
God, who would have thought? All over an outfit. That's what I cannot get over, is that
Circling back to the outfit.
I mean, it was
Yes.
it was a catalyst for
Yes.
further conversation, right? So we didn't just stand there the entire time and talk about our clothes.
No.
We acknowledged it, but we moved on, and we actually were able to have a very deep conversation that day. I want to say we talked for like 45 minutes or
we
an
did.
hour.
Well,
Like, it was a really long
Your daughter
time.
was incredibly patient, and the woman I was meeting with
She
for
also was
coffee
very
was
patient.
also very patient. Like,
Yes.
because we're interacting, and it wasn't about the outfit. It wasn't at all. But this
Right.
is comical because, as typical women do, then you're like, okay, where did you get it from?
Yeah.
And about fell out of my chair when you said Target. Shout out to Target. But
Shout out.
I know. I'm like, okay, so you sent me the link. And that is so, like, right then and there, like, oh my gosh, here's the link. I have done that. I have an outfit that I wore through the New York City airport. I gave the link out 9 times.
Really?
It was on Amazon.
See, you're an influencer.
Amazon.
I love it.
And also, one thing to note too is that you guys exchanged phone numbers.
We did.
Which I think people might think is like, well, that's weird. I
Yes.
can't ask somebody for, or social media, or however you guys exchange.
we
No,
stay
a phone,
connected.
an actual legit phone number.
We
Another
did.
thing, ladies.
Yes.
is,
Yeah. It's
like
so
exchange
true.
phone number. Ask for social media handles, and
Yes.
like that's a
But also,
really cool
don't be
thing to-
afraid to like share a little bit more depth about.
Yes.
So in that moment, we were talking about the outfit, right?
Right.
But I was like, this is so crazy. I'm here in Ashland on this photo shoot, and you're like, oh, what are you taking pictures for? You know, and I
Yes.
explained, I'm starting a new podcast on the Heard at One network, and I'm so excited to kind of get some new pictures taken for just professional reasons. And that led into, you're like, well, I have a podcast. And I was like,
Yes.
no way. And I was very new into the podcasting world.
You hadn't even
And
started.
so-
You-
no,
this was
exactly.
just
That's
like
right.
I was gearing up for that. And so you and I ended up having a great conversation about what does it look like to, I was like, can you mentor me? Like, I don't even
Yes.
know what it looked like to have a podcast at the time. And I've grown so much in this past year. Just have learned so much, and it's been such a fun journey. But ultimately we connected
Yes.
over the outfit, but then subsequently we found a commonality.
Yes.
And something that we both had in common together. And then we exchanged information, and we stayed in touch ever since.
Yes,
So I love it.
I know. It's so great. I love how that happened because we were about 18 months in, I believe, doing it from home.
Yeah.
Hired somebody out on the East Coast. Well, the first woman that we hired, she's in Bali now. And so then we had to find someone new. So she really led us on this whole podcasting. You girls can do this. And we were like, what are we going to talk about? And what is anyone going to listen to us? Because everyone has those feelings, right? I remember talking to you that day.
Imposter
you're like,
syndrome is a
Yes.
real thing.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
just remember, like, you guys, my entire premise of my podcast is Costco content. And never in a million years did I think that I would be like branded like the Costco girl. But, I mean, I kind of am. And it's so funny because I like Costco as much as the next person. But I noticed a theme that everyone has a Costco story to tell. When I bring up my podcast all the time to people, you just find that moment of connection. It doesn't matter what the topic is, but it's so easy to connect on. And so it's just been such a fun journey.
Gosh, I know. Even I remember you brought up your Costco content, and I immediately told you my 17-minute rule, like in and out in 17 minutes. I
still have to have you on our podcast.
I know.
I want to hear about your 17-minute rule.
And my husband sitting in the massage chair. Like, who sits in those? Like, give me.
I think they should have those as like a very stationary area thing for spouses who aren't really that interested in shopping.
With Sandy wipes.
Yeah.
With sanitization.
Let's do that for sure.
Yes, for sure. But everyone does. Everyone has a Costco story. And the funniest thing is not only did we circle back, we talked about the podcast. I love that you asked for my mentorship. So another great thing is here you are, strangers connected, and within 30 minutes. And I love almost every podcast I listen to is always about mentorship. Like you're always like, who is just a few steps ahead of you that knows what they're doing,
and who's a few steps behind you that maybe you can lead,
help.
right?
Yes, exactly.
And so I always think about that in my life, like who can I mentor and who can I ask to mentor me? And there's so many different, whether it's spiritually, professionally, like there's so many different ways that you can be led and mentored and guided by someone. And I saw you as a huge asset in that moment, and also like our energies kind of matched, and we were like, my goodness.
Okay, talk about that, because it was so great. As we were walking in, you were like, it's really based in your identity. And
absolutely.
I know you're like, how are you coming to this point in 30 minutes of knowing each other? But this is over the year.
It kind of comes down to like a level of confidence. And when I think about like you guys complimenting my outfit, as simple as that is, right? It was, you could have thought that in your mind and never said it out loud, right? You could have kept that in, but you chose to share that with me, and it was such a gift, and it created a connection, which I think is so beautiful. But ultimately, like I saw you both as such confident women that were like very rooted in your own identities, to be able to turn around and compliment and initiate a conversation with me that was led to a further, deeper relationship. I just think that's so beautiful. And I'm so thankful. And the way that you guys have impacted my life too, and just being able to boost my own confidence in this podcasting journey and everything, it's just been such a gift. So I'm really thankful for that.
Oh my gosh. It really is.
And just again, I think Molly and I talk about women, you are going out there day by day, dropping your kids off, wondering maybe if you matter, what your purpose is, beyond raising kids. And that is why it is so important for us, right? To speak life into one another and to compliment, and then again, to start those conversations. And Molly and I are so passionate about creating just a community of women being seen and heard. And I know that's something you're passionate about.
It is. It is. And like I said a moment ago, I feel like if you think it, speak it.
Yes.
Because your words have power. And I absolutely just feel like you giving someone else, you sharing that confidence with someone else, it doesn't detract from your success. It doesn't detract from, your value or your worth. In fact, it actually, you're just sharing the light, sharing the energy that you have with someone else. And it actually makes people think more highly of you. Like they think, wow, what a confident person to be able to share that with someone else. And so that's the perspective that I had of both of you that day.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you. And that being said, you shared with Molly that you're heard at one. Yeah. Like this is like, and again, you could have kept that, like maybe you want to be the star, or maybe you want your podcast, but there's enough sunshine to go around when you live in abundance, when you live knowing that there is enough for all of us to just live this gorgeous life that we desire, and to live out our purpose, and we can live it together. And what a gift you shared with sharing Heard At with Molly and I, because we had this dream of, we want to impact the masses. We want to create this community. And we always say, you don't have to know the how. We have a strong faith, and we know that God will provide the how for us. And when we met you, it's like you never know how is going to be provided.
So true.
Oh my gosh.
sometimes it just takes that initial conversation and then the follow through that comes, and you never know how the Lord will orchestrate such beautiful relationships. And I think that like this feels like a very symbiotic relationship. Like I'm so thankful for you and how you kind of gave me that confidence initially in this journey. And then in turn being able to kind of share like, hey, I feel like you guys would be an amazing acquisition for our network. Like what a beautiful thing to be able to have this kind of come full circle, and it's just so mutually beneficial for both of us that I'm so thankful.
And this is a very funny part of the story because it does show. Okay, so in our gratitude, so rewind a little bit. Lindsay, not only because we had each other's phone numbers then, when I couldn't find the shirt, I texted you and you even bought it for me.
I loaded
her the money. You floated her some money right away.
It was like on a Saturday night, and we're messaging, and she's like, hey, it's kind of weird. I'm at Target if you want me to pick this up. So then we met up and discovered each other's faith, which I loved because that's huge for both of us, and kept that conversation going, and just a little bit about Heard at One, and I think you would be great. And I'm thinking, we're just podcasting, Amy and I. Paying someone to do this. And I'll be honest, there were times that I was driving home and I'm like, this is so dumb that we are doing this. Are we even changing any lives? Like at one point I even said to Amy, like, does this even matter if we keep doing this and all this money we're spending, all the things, I'm like, ugh, and just frustrated. And then you'd have another God wink. And so the best thing was you said, I'm going to introduce you to some people at Heard at One. And we did have a conversation. And you guys, this is so powerful because it was all because of Lindsay. This happened 9 months later. And that entire time in my gratitude journal, I was writing, I am so, grateful and happy and thankful that we have over 1 million downloads. I don't know how to even know that. Like, how would I really don't. I don't know the logistics, the stats, nothing. And I would just write it every day. And that our podcast is being, it's global. It's impacting lives globally. I just spoke existence into it. And then here that meeting came because of you. Well, because of you. And the crazy thing is, the fun thing is, we always talk about like listening to your intuition. Yeah. So we were messaging, we were emailing, but stuff wasn't landing. It was the holidays. And I was out running with the owner of Farinier. If this isn't back to Farinier. Yeah. And I had this intuitive download the minute I got a text from you. I never look at my phone running. And you texted me and said, why don't you pop in today? Yeah. I'm going to be at Heard at.
Yeah, to watch a pod. And you came in and you sat there for the entire hour-long podcast.
You do not even know. I booked it. I would have set a new PR. I booked it home. I was like, Jared, I got to go. We got to go. I'm like, I canceled everything. You probably don't even know.
I canceled on me or something. I probably did. On a few things.
Yeah. I'm like, cancel everything. I'm going to show up. I have an intuitive download. Walked in, didn't know that the person dressed in Heard at gear head to toe was exactly who I needed to meet. Yeah. Watched you. By the way, I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I was like, can I even go? Am I allowed?
And I was like, sorry. I just kept talking, and you're probably like dying in the studio.
No, I tried gummy bears that I thought were excellent. So, it was all fun. It was so fun and just so neat to watch that. But again, it all comes back to I was open, open to receive. I always say, like,
I think we both were open to receive that day. And that was a beautiful thing. Sometimes we can get so like heads down in our own lives. We don't look up to see the other people around us and the value and the beauty that they bring. Like I just choose to see everyone as a beautiful created image in God's image. Yes. And so that changes your whole perspective. When you don't see someone as, maybe a threat or a competitor to your own successes, but when you can actually link arms and see them as a teammate, in life of just like, wow, I can celebrate what they're doing, and equally so they can celebrate what I'm doing. Yes. It's such a beautiful thing.
And I love what you said. We're just so busy on our phones. And someone had said to me, and I love this, a girl that I mentor, she taught me, she said, eyes up, heart open. Like, get your eyes off your phone, eyes up, heart open. Like, then you're able to see people, and you do, just like you said, like, I just want everyone to, like, I always say, I just came from Bible study, easy to say, but honestly, do you see Jesus in every person? Yeah. Like, do you? Absolutely.
Because if you do, it changes everything.
Yes, absolutely. You're open to receive.
Yes, it's so true. I'm so thankful for this connection, and I'm so thankful for just how that one small interaction has led to all of this. And just thinking about, again, that day, you guys could have kept that information in. You could have appreciated, how I was carrying myself that day or how I was dressed, but instead you chose to share it. And I think that is something that we can all take and learn from. And, I'm in the I'm a millennial, I'm a younger generation, but I grew up where technology is just at our fingertips all the time. And right now with the age of social media, like it's so easy to be kind of like bogged down by distraction. And so how are you creating those moments to be engaged and present with people that are right in front of you? So like I was tell an example of like when I'm at the grocery store and I'm going through the checkout line. So let's say Costco here, right? Like I could easily be like kind of scrolling on my phone or whatever, but no, I choose to put my phone away. I have a one-to-one, face-to-face conversation.
Eye to eye,
human to human, soul to soul, right?
Yes.
Like, and those moments have been so impactful for me. And I've created connections and even just being able to acknowledge them in the future. Like, oh, good to see you again, And I just feel like, eyes, what'd you say? Eyes up, heart open.
Eyes up, heart open.
Yes.
I love that.
Okay, so Costco, do you do the self checkout or do you actually go through?
So I go through the line. Actually, in our latest episode of the membership exclusive, I talked about this exact thing because Scan and Go is a new technology that's really integrating into a lot of different retail spaces, not just Costco.
Right.
But the idea is that, okay, someone's going to come through, scan all your items, and then you just walk up, they scan your card, and you pay, and you go. And I shared in the last episode, from an efficiency standpoint, that's great. But from a human connection standpoint, I don't love that. I don't love it. And so I shared that the Costco employees or really any employee of any store, those aren't transactional moments to me. I see them.
Yes.
I choose to see them as a moment of connection. And when you do that, everything changes.
And I think even like picking up your groceries, all those things like, okay, when it's below 0 and I had an infant, that would have been nice in the day, but I feel like you're missing out on so much by not getting that human interaction. I think somebody just shared with us 1 in 3, I think it's like men under the age of 40 don't have a best friend. Like, oh my gosh, and it's like, we are all hurting for more connection. So eyes up, heart open. I mean, what an easy thing to remember. And I know Amy and I always talk about, and you live this way too, but always waking up every morning with who am I going to bless? Who am I going to serve? Who can I bring value to? Who can I see today? Like who can I really see? And somebody might be like, she's talking about the Costco employee. I am.
Truly.
Because everyone, it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, you all matter.
Yes,
and everybody has a sign on their forehead, invisible, of course, that says, make me feel important.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants that same sense of feeling valued, seen, known. That is at the core of everyone's desire. We were created to be that way. And so we can be a blessing and a gift to one another to be able to kind of be the hands and feet of Christ and be able to acknowledge and value one another in that way. So,
and who would have guessed it all started
with an outfit?
What color did we finally decide this is?
Seafoam.
I call it seafoam green.
Seafoam, which I feel like is not a color that is used anymore. I feel like it's a very 90s
color.
Yeah.
I think that's what's so eye-catching about it is like you don't see outfits this color, let alone a monochromatic outfit in this color.
Exactly.
Because I jokingly say this is my power outfit because everyone notices it. And I don't think it's necessarily me that they're noticing, but it's something that stands out and it brings a conversation.
It doesn't hurt that the woman wearing it's stunningly beautiful.
But isn't that so cool that we can all three wear the exact same outfit? We style it differently. Our bodies, we have different body types and different body styles, but we make it our own. And I think that's such a cool thing.
And I think about like the 2 times I've worn it in San Francisco and to an engagement shower.
And in all fairness,
yes,
I just took the tags off today.
Yes, because that's Amy. She doesn't even remember she got it. Like
I know. I'm like, oh, that's right. I did buy it.
I said, oh my gosh, please tell me you did not give it away. Like we went through a moment of panic of this podcast is not going to be nearly as comical if you don't have the outfit. I considered
having the tags on when I wore it in here.
Well, now you're going to want to wear it more regularly.
Now it is your power outfit. It's coming. It's just you need, just get your closet organizer in there and get in front.
I know.
I'll come organize your closet for you.
Yeah, sounds great. Exactly.
And pull out quite a bit of stuff. I need to get rid of it.
Gladly.
Yes.
So,
and I love as we're wrapping up our meet us in the Penthouse. like Molly and I say, the Penthouse is a frequency, right? And we choose to operate on that frequency of abundance, on that frequency of like love and light and joy and a mindset, right? Of just all of the wonderful things. And so I love that that's how we met each other when we were all operating in that same beautiful
Penthouse frequency.
Yeah. And so we do love to ask people, what does the Penthouse mean to you?
Wow. I didn't come prepared to answer this, but I suppose just recapping exactly what you said, this idea of living out of abundance, realizing like everything that we have is a gift from above. That's how I choose to see it. And so how can I then turn around and share that same love and appreciation and gratitude with other people around me? I really, and I say that with all the humility in the world, because I don't always wake up every single day with that same mindset, right? Like
exactly.
I wake up on the wrong side of the bed half the time. Sometimes I will, notice something about someone and choose to keep that in, but it kind of haunts me later because I'm like, I could have shared that light with someone. I could have shared that gratitude or appreciation with someone else, and it could have created a connection that I missed out on. And so I try to see that as an indicator light. If I'm ever trying to kind of keep my light in or my energy in, why? Like, what am I believing about my own worth or my own identity or my own value? And am I rooted in my own identity enough to be able to then have this whole heads up, heart open mentality and living with a Penthouse mentality?
Oh, that is so powerful. That is so powerful. And that's why you're always going to find us in the Penthouse. You can meet me in the Penthouse, meet us.
And at Costco. We may also be at Costco too. I mean, we may be at Costco.
We need a Costco Penthouse.
Yes, we do. We do. And I love that. And so think about that today, I think, as you go about your day, is not only sharing this episode with people that you love, but also is how are you choosing to live your life first thing in the morning? Are you waking up thinking in abundance, in gratitude? And is it something like Lindsay said where you have to shift from, yes, are there times when you're having a sad moment, but it is a decision, and just watch the miracles chase you.
Yeah, it's so true. One of my mantras is I always chase the light and I chase the color. So whenever I feel like my eyes are trending downward, like I can't see anything good and I'm getting really discouraged, there's always light somewhere and there's always color somewhere. And for me, that's what raises my eyes.
Oh,
so, yeah.
That is fabulous.
So good.
Thanks.
And it was seafoam green.
Yeah, that's the color that our eyes are being lifted to today.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you for another incredible episode. Thank you for joining us. And
thank you for having me.
We're so grateful. Thank you.
And if you found value in this today, please share with a friend. Go on to your favorite podcast forum and give us 5 stars. And of course, you need to go and listen to Lindsay's
membership exclusive podcast on the same Her One network. I'd love to have you as a listener. We call our listeners members because, Costco.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us for another episode of Meet Me in the Penthouse. And we would love to have you follow us at www.sistersnextdoor.com.
Anywhere that you listen to your podcast, please feel free to give us 5 stars because we know you're going to find us fabulous, and pass this along to any friends that you know would enjoy this episode.